So as a society, we all are struggling with this whole wealth distribution issue. When you look at different generations, if you see the millennials, they hold today 4.8% of all wealth, where the millennials are hitting 40-year-old. At the same age, Gen X, they used to hold 9% of the wealth, and boomers, they used to hold over 20% of all wealth. So really, this is our generation in history who is the most educated, and they are becoming the poorest in history. Even in that 4.8%, only a couple of folks, including Mark Zuckerberg, they hold majority of that millennial wealth, or large chunk of millennial wealth. There are really two camps. On one camp, people are definitely see the broader issue, the changing the nature of workforce, and PwC came out with an research. They have given few scenarios. In one of the scenarios, they are saying there will be less than 10% full-time jobs in 10 years. With the acceleration of pandemic, I think more and more people are trusting that could be a possibility. And when we are looking that kind of world, are we preparing our kid for those kind of opportunities? So I think that's one side of the camp where people are really thinking that what to do so those opportunities are there when these kids grow up. There are also a large population, they are saying like really the millennials aren't victims, or Gen Z, or these younger generation, because there is a big attitude issue. They think 9 to 4 is a work day. Some of them are saying that the millennial think that a meal should be provided or lunch should be provided at workplace. There should be yoga classes. So I think that camp might not be totally wrong. I think we really need to coach our younger generation what really the work ethics, what does all this means, and they need to prepare for the upcoming workforce so they can be relevant. I'll give you an example of my kids. And before even I go, I think the another issue is happening. If you see the millennials versus Gen Zs versus baby boomers, I think now the younger generations, they are getting more and more educated. Many of them are going to go to college, and what is really happening, the college education has been going and becoming more and more expensive for last many decades. So by the time these kids come out, they already come out with their debt. We really need to provide tools to our younger generations so they can come out with lesser debt. What are the possibilities? We need to teach our younger generations so they understand the value of work ethics, and some of these issues, attitude issues, are not there. I'll give an example of my kids. My daughter is 14 and my son is 9. Again, this is my personal mission. Can they come out or when they go to college, do they have tools, or can they build the channel by themselves so they have enough money so they can pay for their own college? My daughter has several products. A couple of them are on Amazon. She is working on more. One of her products raised $8,000 on Kickstarter, and she able to sold over 100 copies on Amazon. It's called Sanya Box. My son, who is only 9, he built Aquashot. Today he sold over 250 boxes on Amazon. So I think through MoonshotJr and what we are doing here, we are providing tools, what I have done for my son or daughter, to a lot more students, so they are empowered and they can pay for our part of the college tuition by themselves, so they come out with a lesser debt. About the attitude issue, so I'll tell you, I have completely stopped giving any pocket money to my kids. They both are doing several things so they can earn, and when they earn, I think they feel they understand the value of money. So they both have done several sessions in Moonshot. For each session they get $15. They have sold these boxes. For each box they get some part of the earning, and by doing this, they really understand the value of that money, how hard it is to make that little money, and that's how they might be making more money than what I would have given them as a pocket money. But I think now they really understand the value. So I think every child, and we are seeing a lot of kids in MoonshotJr who has built apps, they are able to monetize them. There are kids who has built their arts or books, they launched them on NFT, were able to sold successfully. and several kids has built products. Now they are going on Kickstarter or Amazon of the world. So really, what tools we can provide so we can train these kids for the future of work. If you see the average age of entrepreneurs when they are being successful, that still sits somewhere in 45-year age range. What can we do so that 45 become 35 or 30 or even younger? I think if we don't teach them how to fail fast, especially when they have longer runway, they have opportunities to learn from them and retry. These are the tools we really need to give, because with the changing workforce, where there is a significant possibility that 90% of the work becomes really the freelancing, gig economy and other, how these kids are really trained so they can not only survive but really thrive in that kind of economy.